Back with another edition of Phone Tap. Hey, if you want to support the channel, want to buy a patch, hit my channel description. I'll mail one out to you. Thanks to all the people who've already bought one. Really appreciate it. Also, man, hey, shout out to Gun Freak Nation. Sent me out a, I don't know if I can see that. I don't even know if I can see it. Can you see that Funky Town Cinder shirt? It's in black though. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, hook me up, man. Gun Freak Nation. I'm trying to see if I can see that. It's my job to send you on ahead. Funky Town Cinder. Yeah, man. T Electric hooked me up, man. So yeah, man, we back with another edition of Phone Tap right here, man. We gonna get into it real quick. So this individual, man, this particular person has been down with me for quite a long time, and he has some great content, great messages, and things of that nature. So I said, man, we got to get you on here and get you on a phone tap. But it's getting hectic out here nowadays. There's a lot of stuff going on. Summer's off to a rip roaring start. All kind of nice stuff popping off, man. Man, you got to get armed, man. That's all to it, man. You don't know what's going to happen. And like I said, clearly they try to mess with them boys in Iran. They cease fire. Makes you wonder, like, that they say, hey, man, do you want us to activate? Because if y'all don't stop doing this, we got people already over there, and we might possibly go ahead and push that button and say activate. So makes you wonder if they had got some intel, some counter surveillance, some counter terrorism intel, and made them pull out of there, because we clearly got enough firepower to just do what we want, Israel and us and all that. But it just makes you wonder if they give them like a little, hey man, did they send them some information? Like, look, we already got people over there, we got people already in place. So if y'all want to mess with us, we gonna hit it where y'all gonna feel it. So get armed up. You never know what's gonna happen. Some fools hopping over your fence, climbing into your property, and you ain't got nothing like this really to get them up off you. It's gonna be a bad situation, man. Let me tell you. So get armed up, get ready to go. But Phone Tap episode 6. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me show you who we got on deck right here for today.
It's that time. You are officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. I would love for you guys and you girls to become active citizens of the Alert Zone TV. You guys and girls already know how to do that. Shout out to everybody, because this is a worldwide movement.
Hey man, go by his channel and subscribe. The Alert Zone TV,
hope
great guy.
Everybody's having a good day. So I wanted to go ahead on and just stop by and do this video and say, first off,
always sending great messages.
Shout out to everybody that's legally armed out here. You guys and girls know that this is something that we preach here, being legally armed. The criminals have their advocates. So, got the Echelon.
The Echelon.
Chambered in 9mm. You guys know this is my new EDC. It's chambered in 9mm, definitely. Clear for YouTube. I like YouTube stuff. Safe, control environment, all that. And I just wanted to say, right now, we are in a time where you got to get legally armed. Whether you agree with what's going on or not, with the protests and / riots and whatever across the country, I've given my opinion on that. I just want to say this to all the law-abiding citizens out there. Practice your Second Amendment rights. Get out there, arm yourself. Don't go out there looking for confrontation, but understand, a lot of these people are in the middle of the street across the country. They may be throwing rocks and stuff at law enforcement, but when they can't do that, their anger could possibly turn. Something as simple as you blowing the horn for them to get out of the way so you can get to work.
Facts, man. He drops a lot of gems, man. Go by his channel, the Alert Zone
as
TV.
a law-abiding citizen,
Subscribe.
You want to be able to protect you and your loved ones. You want to be able to protect yourself.
Let's get back into the video.
And as they say, arrive alive. I just want everybody to be careful out there. Like I said,
All right, you saw it. The Alert Zone TV. Yeah, man. James Walker, that boy in the building. Yeah, James be putting some great content out, man. Yeah, y'all go by his channel and check him out, man. He put some great content out. He's been consistent about how he gets down. As he would say, he's the nutritional YouTuber. You may not like it, you might not want to hear it, but it's good for you. He's like vegetables. People don't like to eat them, but they're good for you. So I like how he says that. And he's right, man. A lot of the stuff that he talk about is right on point, necessary. He's one of the first guys that I saw that was telling women to get armed and stuff like that. And now it seems to be trending all over YouTube now. So shout out to James Walker for putting that light on women getting armed. But I don't think he just specifically mean women. He mean everybody. But he just wanted to point out to women that like you need to get armed and all that kind of stuff. So let's get James on the phone. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. See if we can get him on the phone tap and see what's up. Really good guy. And get this thing going. How y'all doing out there, man? It's hot where I'm at. It is hot out here in Louisiana, let me tell you. It is super hot. That's why I got my water right here. And let me tell you about this Block 35, man. That was a great pickup. Outstanding pickup. Man, this thing is, I took it to the range the other day. I put a video up. I mean, this thing runs like a dream, boy. This thing runs like a dream. There's an outstanding pickup right here. Let me tell you, Glock 35, 40 cal. It's a badass gun right here, boy. I'm glad I picked this thing up. It reminded me my 34 is a good gun too. So now I got both of them though. Fuck that conversion barrel shit. I just bought both of them. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get James Walker over here on the phone. And let me get my speaker all hooked up. Let's see. Get this all hooked up. Get this all set up. And we'll get James on the phone. Excuse me, I'm not Mr. High Tech. I'm not Mr. High Tech, so I try to keep it real. But let's see if we can get James Walker on the phone real quick, see what's going on. Let's see here. Mr. Walker. Let's see here. Yeah, man. Phone Tap, episode 6, the Alert Zone. Let's get it. You never know.
Hello?
The Alert Zone TV. What's up, man? It's Eyes Near Tactical.
What's going on, my brother? I can't call it.
Oh, hey, man. Hey, Phone Tap, episode 6, man. Had to get you on.
Yeah, what's good?
Oh, man, we over here in the studio. We got you live in the studio right now. I just showed them a clip of one of your videos of the importance of getting legally armed, women and stuff like that. Let them know a little background about your channel.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So now, y'all can hear me real good.
Yeah, you sounded pretty. Yeah, just talk a little louder. You good, but we can hear you though.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds better right there. Yeah, that sounds real clear. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Alert Zone TV, man. Hey, first of all, man, hey, congratulations. Your channel is doing really good. It's taking off, and we talked about this many times before. You can't worry about subscribers and stuff like that. What you need to worry about is your message getting out to people that need it.
Yep. If I can, before we get started, if I can give any encouragement to anybody that want to do this, find your niche and you stick to your message. Everybody in this got their niche. Mine, I always think about the average everyday person. And as we speaking, somebody getting legally armed right now. Somebody just made 18, somebody just made 21, they won't get their first firearm. And I want to make sure I do my part to make sure that they understand that there's nothing wrong with being legally armed, number one. But number two, learning the laws and understanding the rules to all this, because there's a lot that comes with having legally owned firearms.
Man, you're absolutely right about that, James. And like I said, a lot of people want to think that the 2A, the Second Amendment, is a kind of like a de facto law that I can do what I want, and it's actually the opposite.
Way opposite. People don't understand. For us that legally carry, we got more limitations because we following the law. You can't just get armed and go out there looking for trouble because they will lock you behind up. You better know your laws. I know it's fun watching people shoot. You got channels that's all they do is shoot, and then you got channels where you never see them shooting, but all they talk about is the legal aspect. The one thing we got in common with people that's not legally armed is once we defend ourselves, it's not over with. You got the legal ramifications, but you also got to remember, some of the time when you legally defend yourself from people, their family and their friends want retaliation on you. Because in some people's mind, law-abiding citizens, we should just be praying, we shouldn't fight back. And if we do, their families will come out, or their friends will come out and say, I don't care that you had a concealed carry permit. You should have let him rob you and go about his business. You didn't have to shoot.
Correct. And we just saw that recently down here in New Orleans with the escapees. One of those guys, several of those guys were convicted for murder, and you saw how quickly that they family members jumped in to help them and cover them and hide them and to support them. So that means that they didn't care about the people that they killed. So they felt that they should be able to get off on a murder.
Yes, indeed. You know, there's a whole lot we can go into about that because that is a black hole. And for people who've never, as I always say, if you've never been around people that's in the street and you don't understand the rules and how the street has changed, some of this stuff will blow your mind. But man, you'd be surprised. As I always say, criminals can't hide without the public help. That's just all it is.
Facts.
You can't hide without the public helping you.
It's facts.
You can't solve a murder without the public helping you. I'll say this and then I'll let you continue. I've done a video about stop snitching. That's something a lot of people, they believe in stop snitching until it's their loved one laying on the ground. See, when you watch your neighbor get killed, and you didn't say nothing, don't be angry when he comes knocking on your door and nobody don't want to talk. You gotta take it. And a lot of people can't take that. It's okay to keep quiet when it's somebody else's brother or mom on the ground. When it's their mom or brother on the ground, they're on the news screaming, somebody seen something. If you know something, say something. Well, how many people did you see get killed?
Correct.
How many robberies did you see happen? How many times did you benefit off stuff that was stolen? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you want to join the Stop Snitching campaign, that's fine. When it comes and knocks on your door, you got to take it. That's all.
That's
You
it.
got to take it.
That's it. So yeah, hey James, hey, great advice, man. Good information again, like always. So man, let's get into this phone tap. So the first thing people want to know, man, James, what is your EDC and what ammunition did you carry in your EDC?
Right now, you guys and girls know the Springfield Echelon beat out the Ruger RN10. Only because of the size of the firearm. You know, for my arm, I prefer a full-size gun. So now I'm carrying the Springfield Echelon, the full-size. I put the mag extension on the bottom because they come with 2 mag extensions. So shout out to Springfield for that. You didn't have to go buy them aftermarket. They already provide them in the box. And I put my Winchester 115 grain of oil in here.
Okay, so yeah, that's standard, and that makes sense what you're saying. Like the long slide, if you damaged your arm, so it handles that recoil impulse a lot better for you.
Yeah, I've got a couple people shoot it, man. New firearm owners, and they've already went to go buy one.
Yeah.
I took multiple guns with them and let them shoot, and this was the one they picked out. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, shout out to the Sidewalk Talk. He went about that Echelon 4C, and he over here called himself the Echelon Don.
Yeah, I heard that the other night. I was like, oh, goodness, he done came to Echelon Don out here.
Yeah, buddy.
It's my first Springfield. I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. Well, that's good, James. So now, So James, you know, you out there in Iowa, but if anybody doesn't know, my man James is a native-born New Orleans. He's been here, born here, raised here, cut his teeth here, did everything here, but he's been recently up in Iowa. So James, how long have you been concealed carrying?
Woo. I'm gonna be honest. When I was a youngster, I was concealed carrying. I know it was illegal,
Okay.
and this is why I can speak about all the stuff that I speak about because I was out there. It was illegal. I've been around guns my whole life. For those of y'all who don't know, in New Orleans they used to let us shoot for New Year's. The first gun I ever shot was a 25 Larson squeeze trigger. You know, with the head triggers, the ones that if you looked at them too hard, they would discharge. What really showed me I had to get legally armed was I was 6 years old the first time I saw a murder, and I watched this woman kill her husband. It was the first time I ever seen a 38 special, a Saturday night special, in person. I watched the shooting twice. Then my dad got killed when I was 7. And after that, I was like, yeah, I gotta have it on me. And just growing up, learning about the Second Amendment in school, shout out to my social studies teacher, Ms. Sybil Pierce, because she was the one who got us well versed on all this stuff.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the teachers don't get the ones who put in the work don't get the gratitude that they need, or they don't get the credit. She was the one who really put me up on the Second Amendment and the American Constitution, and I was like, well, you know what? It's my legal right to bear arms, and I carry it, and I don't take no chance. And once I got old enough to get legally armed, that was the first thing I did.
So when was that? So how long has that been? Legally armed, legally concealed carrying.
97.
Ooh, man, that's
97, I got my first gun. It was an SKS. For those of you who don't know, in New Orleans, we used to ride with them on the back seat, or ride with them next to us if we was out late at night. That's why they call it Chopper City. But that was my first purchase, was an SKS.
That's right. New Orleans was the first chopper. That's the first place I ever heard Chopper City. I mean, that's where I heard it, New Orleans, right here. Now, you know, when I moved down here, that's one of the first things was on my list is to get me an AK.
Yeah, Chopper City. We made that album in '96, Chopper City.
Yep.
That was it. You look at the cover of that album, that was New Orleans.
Yep. So let's say, so you've been carrying since 1997. We in 2025. Man, that's what, in my math, that's 28 years, I think.
Yep.
Man, that's a long time, man. So you got a lot of experience with carrying a gun in your pants. So now, James, let me tell you, a lot of experience. So now, so you've been carrying for a while. So you clearly are a safe gun owner. You got children, wife. You travel internationally. You drive a truck across the country. So what made you start let's go with legally concealed carrying. What made you start legally concealed carrying? And if so, did anything happen to make you do it? Or you just said, hey, look, man, I'm from New Orleans. I know how this goes. I need to have something on me. What made you start concealed carrying legally? We know you said when you was a kid you did it, but that was probably for survival. But now you are a tax-paying citizen. You ain't in the streets no more. So what made you decide to start concealed carrying?
The fact that, number one, it was my constitutional right.
Okay, let's start there.
Number two, the fact that legally concealed carrying, I didn't have to run from the police.
Okay.
If I defended myself, I didn't have to worry about, well, it's coming up with a story that we got in a fight and I wrestled the gun away from this person. I didn't have to come up with those kinds of stories. Because you know it's harder to tell a lie than it is to tell the truth. Because you got to keep telling that same lie. You can't change
Man,
the word.
say it again. Say it again.
It's harder to tell a lie than it is to tell the truth. Because if you tell that lie, you got to keep telling it the exact word. You can't change one word or they'll say you changed the story.
Yep.
Because for those of you who don't read, words matter. One word can change the context. But I got legally armed, man, and not only just for survival, but that was the main reason. But hell, it's my damn right. You know, we enjoy a lot of rights in this country, and the fact that I can be legally armed and I ain't got to worry. You know, I've been through the whole thing of being stopped legally armed, so.
Well, shit, man. That's pretty much it right there. So you heard it from the alert zone himself, James. What he's saying, the reason why he started concealed carrying, because it's his right, first of all, but also to protect himself. Now that to me, that's all you need to know right there. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I mean, because for people who don't understand the complexity of New Orleans, New Orleans had a lot of killing and murders going on when I grew up, when I was real young, but those were from older guys. The younger people, the New Orleans Recreation Department called NORD had all kinds of programs to keep the youth busy.
Okay.
We got this mayor, I call it Moron Morial, Mayor Mark Morial. He got rid of a lot of the funding for the things that kept the children out of trouble. And as I was saying the other night on my broadcast, on the live stream, it's easy to tell these kids to put these guns down, but what you gonna put in their hand? Because they gotta have something in their hand.
Yep.
Back then, they used to work at the day camp, or they would spend all day like out on the side of the road cleaning up, helping the city or whatever, and getting paid through the New Orleans Recreation Department summer program, summer job program. That used to be a big thing when kids turned 14. They would be lined up outside of the schools with their birth certificates and social security cards and stuff so they can get legitimate employment. Well, you cut that program, well, guess what? Kids that's out gonna find something to do. It can be constructive or it can be destructive.
Yes,
well,
sir.
like every time you come outside, you see a bunch of people with guns, what you gonna pick up?
Yep.
And that's how it turned into the younger generation committing so many of the crimes.
Yep. Monkey see, monkey do. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hey, James, man, hey, this is a great episode of Phone Tap. You just tapped in on a lot of issues right there, a lot of reasons why you are armed, and coming from the city, being born and raised in the city of New Orleans, I think you have definitely knowledge about firearms, how they can be destructive, how they also could be used for hunting tools, how they could be used for home defense and personal defense tools. So
And
you
stress relief.
stretch.
Sometimes, for those of you who don't know, I'll say this and then I'll let you finish up. I'm sorry about interrupting.
No, go ahead.
Sometimes you can go to the range, man, and take you some ammunition and go out there and shoot, man, at the range, and it relieves a lot of stress. They are very good stress relieving too. So, for those of you who get stressed out on the job or at home or what have you, go take your gun and go out there to the range and pop you some rounds off, man. You'll feel better. I know I do it from time to time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I see me. I don't really necessarily. I'm not gonna say that's a good reason. I don't shoot necessarily to release stress. I can't lie and say that. But what I do is go to the range for relaxation and fun. Now it could be worded differently. Maybe it's the same thing. But when I go to the range, I can't even go to the range if I'm upset or angry or something's frustrating me because I can't really enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? But
Well,
when I'm in a good mood or when I do an unboxing, anyone's been following my channel for a while, I've usually, every time I bought a firearm, that thing was at the range either that day or the next day. And so I usually go for the pure excitement and fun of shooting. But I've been hearing on YouTube that most people, I didn't say most, a large percentage of people go to the range just to relieve stress. So I totally agree with you on that.
You know what? Because, like I said, when my channel is, I try and think of a variety of reasons to get legally armed. And some people, it's better that they go to the range and shoot to relieve stress.
Yep.
Then they lose their mind at their house and you got a murder-suicide, or you got a murder and somebody's on the run. For some people, some of us have an easier way of relieving stress than others. Some people go to the gym.
Yep.
I say if it's that bad, take your gun and go to the damn range, man, and pop a couple rounds off.
Yep.
And especially if you got a 22, the 22 ammo is cheap. Take your 22 to the range, man. It blows through you about 500 rounds. You'll feel a whole lot better. That'd be $20 well spent.
That's $20 well spent. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, with that being said, Jay, we're going to let you get out of here. I appreciate you coming on to Phone Tap. We're going to definitely get you back on here again, for sure. This is just the beginning. I'm going to get better with this. I'm going to get my sound together. Me and you, like I said, me and you are not tech geniuses. We're one of the few guys that launched our channels off basically a side of a wall in our room, with a cell phone, and that's it. And we really haven't really changed over the time of our channels. And I'm kind of proud to say that me and you are pretty much the few guys that have not changed everything up. We kept it exactly the way we wanted. We don't buy guns for our channel. We don't jump on the bandwagon for something new. And I'm just proud to say that at least me and you, a lot of guys that came up when we first started, they don't even have their channels no more. We know this. And part of it is because they got busy with their own life. Some people have medical issues, all sorts of reasons. But a lot of people that we know, and we're not going to say no names, they went into gun tubing to just keep buying guns and putting them out there. But after a while, you're around out of money probably, or you just can't keep up with the flow. We know several gun tubers that get brand new guns, expensive guns, weekly, monthly, and some get sent to them. But I mean, you talked about this offline. We were never going to go down that rabbit hole. No, we're going to buy what we want. First of all, we're going to buy what we need. Then we're going to buy what we want. And that's it. Ain't got nothing to do with no channel.
Yep.
So, James, man, anything you want to say to the folks? I'm going to let you get out of here, man. And I appreciate you coming on. We're going to get you back on here again. Anybody watching this, definitely go to the Alert Zone TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so when he drops a new video, you will get in tune. He does a lot of live streams. He does midday madness, midnight madness, tons of good information. Ladies, if you're watching this and you want to get some good information about getting legally armed, go by his channel. He will tell you, don't have your firearm, ladies, in a bag or in a purse. Find a holster system or a belly band system or something to have it on your body. This is coming from the Alert Zone. He's been stressing this for years. James, anything you want to say to the people?
I just want to say, my channel is the nutritionist channel. I'm the cauliflower and Brussels sprouts of gun tube. You might not get excited to see me, but if you close your eyes, you hold your breath, and you digest what you ate, you find out that it's good for the body and that you need it. So come on over here, get educated. We have fun, but we teach too.
That's
Until
right.
next time, everybody, stay safe. Stay on high alert.
Hey, James, I appreciate you, man, and stay blessed, and I'll get back to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later, James.
Bye. Okay.
Well, there you go, folks. That was the Alert Zone TV right there. Alert Zone TV, episode 6, phone tap. What a great guy, man. Great guy. We've been friends for quite a while. We're going to hook up. He's going to definitely come down visit me when he get a little route down this way. But he's a really good guy, and he's absolutely right about the Second Amendment. It's your right, so you might as well exercise it. We don't know if they're going to take this away. We don't know, but I tell you one thing they won't do, they won't be able to take your guns away. So go ahead and get them now. Get you some training, get you some ammo, go to your local range, get learned up on firearms so you can protect yourself and your family, and it'll just give you a peace of mind. Man, hey, I'm going to give a big shout out to the Alert Zone TV for coming on here, spending this time to do this video. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And stay tuned for another phone tap episode coming soon. All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Everybody stay blessed.